So in Miss Urshan's class, we use a little rhyme to remember what it looks like to measure if you don't have a ruler at home. So if you're using little objects like paper clips, or if you're using your fingers like we learned in class to measure, then you use this little rhyme to remind you how to do it. So it says, I can measure my desk or my friend when I line it up end to end. Measurement will be a snap if there's no gaps or overlaps. So if you're measuring correctly, your objects are lined up, not overlapping each other, and not gapped between. So if you're using objects, remember that that is how you have to line them up. So first we're going to talk about centimeters. So when you are measuring with centimeters, you want to make sure that you're looking at the edge of your ruler that has the smaller spaces between the numbers. If you don't have a ruler, your pinky finger is what you can use. So it would look like that. Your pinky finger is about the same size as a centimeter. So if you go from side to side on your pinky finger, you can count centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's practice measuring a pencil together. So we've got this pencil lined up right at the edge, so it should be lined up with this little line right before this is our very first line. That's our 0 right before the ruler starts. So we're going to go all the way down and see where it ends up. I'm drawing a little blue line here for y'all to see, make it a little easier. So that landed on 12 centimeters. Now let's look at inches. So when we're looking at inches, we want to make sure we're looking at the side of the ruler that has the bigger gaps between the numbers. If you don't have a ruler, you can use this little part of your finger or this little part of your thumb. Those are both about the same size as an inch. Remember that if you're measuring with objects or with your hands, it's not going to be exact, but it can give you a good estimate. So it can look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be about the same as an inch. So let's pretend we're measuring these sunglasses. So I've lined it up right at the edge here, and then we're going to go all the way down and see that it lands on the 7. So these sunglasses are 7 inches long. Now let's talk about feet. So a foot uses the whole ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can use your arm. So your arm from your elbow to about your wrist is about the same size as a foot. It's about 12 inches, or a whole ruler. So we are going to pretend to measure this chair. So when you're measuring with feet, you're going to need to use the whole ruler. So this is where you need to use that line it up end to end thing. So you're going to line up 1, 2, and then we're going to count the inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since it's not a whole ruler, we're going to count the inches. So we used 2 whole rulers, which would give you 2 feet, and then 5 more inches of this ruler. So if we put our line right here, it's going to be 2 feet, 5 inches. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go have fun measuring.